You're not going to start feeling expensive after your income changes. Your income is going to change after you start feeling expensive. There are definitely habits that quietly upgrade your life, the way people treat you, the opportunities that find you, and even what you start expecting of yourself. So today I'm going to share a little bit of habits that completely change the way that I'm perceived, how I move, and what I attract in my life. These are habits that made me feel expensive before my life ever looked expensive. And when I say expensive, I'm not talking about money, I'm talking about identity. Because you don't attract better experiences just by wanting them, you attract them by becoming the type of person that those type of things happen to. So like your nervous system, your habits, your self-image is constantly showing life what kind of tier you're on, and life is only mirroring what you have going on in here. The first habit that changed everything for me is honestly embarrassingly simple, but I stopped letting myself look like my life was on pause. Like I had to stop getting out of bed and going throughout my whole day with my hair in a bonnet, still wearing my pajamas. You know, I work from home. Everything that I do is remote. So it's very easy to not really want to get ready because nobody's going to see me anyway. Or even if I did have to run an errand, it felt like just going to Target, and like who's really trying to get dressed for that is how I used to feel. But you can't operate in life like that. You don't get dressed because you have somewhere to go. You get dressed because you are somebody. And I'm a strong believer of what they say, that when you look good, you feel good, and then you perform good, and then good things happen to you. So even if you have to wake up in the morning, put your hair in a slick back bun, put your hair in a little clippy. I have a whole bunch of those cute little claw clips that I just pin my hair up and do my eyebrows a little bit, put on a little bit of concealer, and throw on like a cute workout set. Invest in a lot of workout sets. If you're a person that you don't really feel like getting dressed, but you want to look like you put something on, workout sets are going to be your bestie. You don't even have to go and get that Lulu right now. If your pockets aren't looking like Lulu athletic wear, just go on Shein and get yourself some cute little simple workouts that you can put on your rotation for your outfits. Because one thing about me, I'm gonna get on Shein and I'm gonna get me a cute little workout set and then some. And it's not just like getting dressed and putting yourself together when you're running errands or just sitting in the house is going to magically attract good things to happen to you. But when you do put that little bit of energy inside of yourself, you're displaying a form of self-respect. And not only is that perceived well to other people and they start to respect you a little bit more because they see that you respect yourself, but that also signals a really big thing to your own subconscious mind, like, hey, I am somebody. I am worth putting that effort into. What kind of message are you sending to yourself when you don't even put any effort into taking care of yourself during the day? You're not even getting up, getting dressed, putting some kind of effort into how you look. And then when the only time that you actually are doing those things for yourself is when you have some guy in your life, and now you're over here thinking that he's like the best thing that has ever happened to you, when really it is your own energy that you're in love with, the kind of effort that you put into yourself when you do have that guy in your life that you're actually in love with. Stop waiting and start living, okay? Naturally, the more that you do for yourself, the better you're going to feel about yourself, and that confidence is going to be what attracts people to come to you. Energy is not like this unpredictable science that you have to figure out. All of it makes a lot of sense when you really look back and you think about human nature, your habits, and how we interact with one another. You'll understand how simple everything is. All of the things that feel like they're a big deal or something really hard for you to figure out, a habit that's really hard for you to break, a thing that you're really trying hard to manifest in your life, all of these things that seem bigger than you and outside of yourself begin to feel a lot smaller and attainable. But anyways, once I started respecting myself visually, I had to begin respecting my environment. You cannot be trying to manifest an expensive life when you're not even practicing gratitude for the things that you already have in your life. You're not even able to handle a little bit. So how can God, the universe, whatever higher power you believe in, trust you to handle a lot? You have to take care of the things that you have. And think about it. If you're waking up in the morning and leaving your bed exactly how it is, and you went to bed at night, you didn't clean your room, so now shit is all over your floor, dishes are all over your room, your sink is not like clean because you left all your dishes from the other night inside of your house, you're not going to be feeling great. You're not optimizing your energy in the most that you can, you have to take care of your environment. You can't be walking around in clutter. You can't be walking around in an unintentional living space. Your home, your space, where you lay your head down at night is your sacred place. And you really have to protect the energy that is in that area. You cannot attract expensive energy and clutter. You're going to repel expensive energy. Your mind cannot think straight. Energy cannot flow. You're not going to be feeling the best when you're waking up and you're seeing all of that shit all over your house. Set yourself up for success. Start with the little things. When you wake up in the morning, go ahead and make your bed. When you cook something, wipe behind yourself, wash the pot out. I heard this thing a while ago and it clicks in my head every time I feel like being lazy, because naturally, like, I'm not a person that feels like doing all of these things. I'm not a type A person at all. I'm very type B. But I heard this thing that if it takes less than 5 minutes to do, go ahead and knock it out. Because honestly, the little things that take less than 5 minutes, like making your bed, like throwing your laundry inside of the washer, or making sure that things are tidied up, or if you drop something, picking it up and actually putting it where it belongs, those little things really do add up. And if you start looking at the little habits that you want to cultivate in that way, it's going to make it a lot easier for you to tackle them, because they're not going to feel like giants to you. And this is where most people lose their expensive energy, because expensive energy is not just about your pockets. It's not just about the energy that you cultivate inside of yourself and inside of your home, but it largely has a lot to do with the people that you allow to have access to you. Now, if you're hanging around people that don't feel like you're worth a damn, what do you think you're going to begin feeling about yourself? And people don't have to flat out say that they feel that way about you or they view you in that way, but their actions are always going to be loud. It's up to you to stop trying to see the best in people. And when people show you that they feel or they think so little of you, listen to that and act accordingly. But not only that, in general, make sure you're not being a person who's an oversharer. You will probably have realistically 2 to 3, if you're really lucky, best friends in your life that you can trust with anything, that you can overshare, pour your heart out, and just really let it all loose. You are not supposed to be finding people every other month that you're able to talk about your relationship problems with, that you're trauma dumping all of your family drama on. Be a mysterious person, and not just for the aesthetic, but to protect yourself emotionally, psychologically, and honestly, people begin to lose respect for you when you share too much with them. People would rather be in love with the fantasy of who they want to believe that you are than actually know who you are and be in your life. They're just not ready for that responsibility. And that has nothing, like, that's nothing bad about you. And that's not even necessarily anything bad about that person. We can't all handle the emotional weight of caring so deeply about everybody that we meet in life. We're not even all going to click like that. But you do need to be aware of that and not be a person that just sells all of your information out to anybody just because you connect with them for a brief time. When you do that, you're not giving exclusive. They're not going to respect you, and it's just not giving the expensive energy that you want, girl. Also, stop over explaining yourself. If you don't want to do something, just say no. If the answer to whatever you're asking them is no, just say no. Just shut it down. It's really that simple. Stop making it seem like you have to beg for them to be okay with you telling them no. You stand up. And tolerating disrespect. The first time that somebody disrespects you should be the last time that they're allowed to have access to you. If you are not that serious when they disrespect you, if you don't clock them as soon as they disrespect you and acknowledge it, you don't have to get out of character about it, but you do need to acknowledge hey, that's not going to fly with me. And if they're not going to fix the behavior, they should not have access to you. Because if you don't do that, they're going to continue to disrespect you. If they already don't like you and they're already going to disrespect you, then cutting them out of your life and offending them by calling them out shouldn't even be an issue. The whole bad fruit corrupts good character thing is nothing short of the truth. Having expensive energy and manifesting in life in general requires a lot of belief in yourself. And during this time, your energy is so sacred, you literally cannot afford to be around people who think so low of you. Having these type of people around in your life is only affirming to your subconscious mind over and over again the little negative things that they think about you. Be around people who treat you how you feel like an expensive person would be treated. And let's talk discipline, because discipline is that quiet habit that is the foundation to everything. Because without discipline, you're not going to be sticking to that routine that's making you hotter, richer, and smarter. Without discipline, you're not going to be able to stand on business about your boundaries. Without discipline, you're quite literally not going to be able to do much of nothing, and you're just going to keep on falling a victim to lessons that you were meant to learn. Discipline creates momentum, and momentum is going to attract money. And I don't know about you, but I used to have a really hard time sticking to my goals and actually being disciplined, because when you think discipline, you think unfun. You think, oh my God, I'm about to suffer. And you have to rewire your brain to not think of, I need to be disciplined and eat my meal preps, or I need to be disciplined and go to the gym. Retrain your mind to not hear all of that as a threat or as something that you're going to literally suffer through, but instead find a way to gamify your life. I am an ADHD girly. Gamifying everything in my life has made doing everything that I do in my life much more easier, and my life doesn't feel like I'm literally dragging to do everything. I do things that people would perceive as a little bit childish, but it works for my brain because I need some kind of reward system to keep me going. So, and I'm not just talking about like a little checklist on my phone that I can mark off when I get things done, because that does not seem fun to me. It actually seems quite dreadful. But I make bingo cards. I write down a whole bunch of things that I maybe want for the month, and every time that I accomplish a goal that I set, I can put myself a little sticker or marker on my bingo card. And once my card gets filled up, or I get like 3 in a row or something, I allow myself to go and buy the things or experience whatever I put on my bingo card as a little treat to myself for doing the things that I said that I'm going to do. And I actually do that with everything. Like when I say everything, everything. If it's not something that comes naturally to me, if it's something that I kind of have to push myself to do, I'm going to have some kind of like sticker reward system. It doesn't have to be a bingo card. Even if I pull out like a little poster board and I make lines and draw tallies for the days, and I have different stickers that I give myself for doing different things, I'm gonna do it. Why? Because somehow in my head, I no longer see it as a dreadful thing that I need to discipline myself to do, but I see it as something fun that I get to accomplish and reward myself for. And it just works. It allows me to stay consistent and actually get shit done. And discipline is what turns potential into wealth. And finally, you have to live. Start doing the things that you actually want to do. I was having a conversation earlier about how mandatory it is for you to do things that feel enjoyable to you. As we get older and we have different responsibilities, and maybe we're in school or we have to work, or we're in our 20-somethings and we're figuring out our career, and we have kids or we have partners and we have friends that we want to keep up with, we stop doing things that make us happy. And suddenly, without us realizing it, our life has become work. Every day, day in and day out, when you look back at it, you're thinking about your commute to work, what you're going to eat in between, all of these things, how much gas you have in your car, the next bill that you have due, the next goal that you're trying to accomplish. And you forget to do things that make you happy outside of those like external things and responsibilities that you have to take care of. And that is totally not okay. People who have expensive energy are people with substance. They're secure in themselves and they are not overwhelmed and overburdened with different things of life. They're interesting people because they have taken the time to live. They've invested in different experiences and hobbies that they actually enjoy enjoy and are interested in. Think about the things that you were interested in as a child and start replicating those in your adult life, and you will be so much more happier. Like for me, I loved drawing as a kid. So I got myself like a little sketchbook, and I'm not an artist, but you don't have to do things to be monetized. I feel like as an adult, we're always trying to monetize the things that we do. And if it doesn't make money, then we kind of don't feel like we should be doing it. Stop punishing yourself in that way. Allow yourself to do things even if they don't make you money. Like imagine that. Do it just because you want to experience it, because it makes you happy and it enriches your life, and you will become a much more interesting person being able to talk passionately about this thing that made you happy, or you learned or expanded your like life in that way. You'll be more interesting and you'll be more magnetic, and your energy is going to get expensive. But also get yourself into new rooms, meet new people. The only way for you to become different is by doing different. But that is all for the video today. I am going to go to bed. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you would like to stick around for more talks like this, go ahead and subscribe to my channel with the post notification bell turned on. Leave me a like, leave me a comment. A little bit of engagement goes a long way. But I'll talk with you guys again soon. Bye.